all talking about the same things, because colors is nothing but a vibratory frequency. It's a resonant frequency. Music is nothing but a resonant frequency. Electricity is a resonant frequency. Magnetism is a frequency. These frequencies are invisible to our sensory senses, meaning that is what? Spiritual, but it has a physical manifestation on your body. And that's why I'm getting out of all of these physical things, because I'm realizing that all of this shit is spiritual.
Yahki, man, I'm gonna tell you, I could tell I'm very, very, very intuitive, right? And I interviewed so many people. I've been interviewing since 2006, and it's 2024. I've been interviewing since I'm like 20 years old, brother.
Yeah.
I could tell growth, and not that you needed to grow, but you were at Jordan level, and I don't know how you're still growing, bro. And that's amazing to be. It's like LeBron type shit. It's like, you know how LeBron is still LeBron in 22 years of NBA, bro. Like you were, when you came on my show in 2022, you was like at the top of the food chain, and you're like breaking through the glass ceiling. You're growing even more. It's an amazing thing to see. It's inspirational, brother. The shit you say tonight is beyond what we call health, beyond nutrition. It's tapping purely into spirituality.
Because
you're merging.
That's what
you're merging it. You're merging it. You're merging it, my brother.
Hey, I got a question for you, Rich. I got a question for you. You always got a question for everybody. I got a question.
Yes.
Who drive Rich vehicle?
Rich.
Who is that? Who is that though?
Rich is a multi-dimensional being.
Exactly.
That's guided by a higher power, my higher self. You know what I'm saying? And my higher self, it's like a remote control vehicle, right? And this is why they say you have to, Yahki, in my life, this is why they say you have to, it's about allowing. When you let go of the steering wheel, when you understand the ego is not in control, your divine self, your higher power could take control of the car of the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned to not drive the car, but they say you have to be an observer. I learned to be an observer and understand that my higher self is in complete control. I allow my higher self to be in control of this vehicle, and I get the best results that way.
So, and it just bringing me back to what I've been saying this whole interview. Spirituality, your higher self is driving this vehicle. It's like playing a video game. So in a video game, especially if you play like GTA and all of these these are mind-boggling games, and you know I don't suggest that you put your children on them, because they do influence the children to do bad things. But you know, say for instance you playing Fortnite or you playing one of them army games, and you know they energy get low. When they energy get low, you playing the actual character can't go get an energy pack unless you have the remote control and you make the character in the video game or in the simulation go get the video pack, go get the energy pack. So who got the energy pack first, the character in the simulation or the person that's behind the remote control?
Person behind the remote control. Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, yes, you still got to do a lot of these things physically, but in order to get them done physically, you have to do them spiritually. So
beautiful.
So spirituality drives biology. Spirituality drives biology. Look, and you start looking like in a laboratory. We testing all these different things, and we putting things on certain types of stimulators, and you know we messing with different molecules, and you know we really look at a lot of different blood. I love hematology. Man, we probably check about 15 people blood a day. Am I lying? I be. And you know we seeing these different type of entities in the blood. We seeing 6-face parasites with 6 faces, 6 faces, something that you would call a demon. And you ask yourself, how did this demon get here? And then you realize this demon didn't come from an outside source. This demon came from something called a granulocyte that was already within inside of your cell. So your demons is you. Because what you choose to do while you here in the physicality, based off the foods you choose to eat. The spirit chose to eat that food. See, spirit have to agree to the food before you get your fleshly hands and you manipulate reality to put it in your mouth. So
you don't see my face. Go ahead. You don't see my face. Go ahead, brother.
Look, Rich, from that, we are looking and we're seeing vascular Booski worms. We're seeing liver flukes. We're seeing something called the pancreaticum. Pancreaticum is literally a pancreas fluke worm that causes diabetes and hyperglycemia and hypoglycemia. But they saying that you're getting these worms from outside of the biology when you're not. These things are already within the molecular structure, showing you how infinite we truly are. The body is made of 150 trillion cells when you speak of the so-called black race, right? Out of 150 trillion cells, 100 trillion of those cells don't even belong to us, Rich. They actually belong to the microbiome kingdom, or what you would call the microbiome or the microbiota. These are bacteria. So truly, who drives this vehicle is the bacteria. And what you feed the bacteria, they can pleomorphosize themselves and they can fold and change based off of your mental and what you give them. So we talking about demons, or you got the black church talking about they've been possessed. You possess yourself by your spirituality and where your mindset at, by the frequencies of your thoughts and decisions that you make while you here. So this shows you that 100% of your sicknesses start off psychological first, then it manifests in the physical, because your psychological aspects is what drove you to eat the things that you eat, to drink the things that you drink, to lay with the people you lay with, to associate with people that you socialize with. All of this is a spiritual and mental decision before it plays out in the physicality. So all disease, you see that? All happiness, all different states of consciousness is all basically predicated upon where you at mentally, man. And these are just facts.
I might hold on, let me tell you, I might quit after today. I might. This is the best. This is the top interview of the year. I might. What else can I? Yahki, I don't know what else I could do after tonight's interview. God damn, brother, you are possessed. You talking about multi-dimensional, bro? Your higher self. Your higher self got this mission, brother. You are doing brother, you dropping it, man. Family, tell me this. I know he killing it. Yo, do y'all witness what I'm witnessing? I'm in the seat. Listen, I'm here experiencing it as an interviewer. I'm asking great questions. This brother's knocking them down. He's doing, bro. Listen, Yahki, man. You don't know it because you're in it. And you're in it. When you're in it, Yahki, let me explain something to you. When you're in it, when you're in something in the middle of it, in the moment, you can't experience it. So usually you experience your greatness 10 years later when you reflect on it, and you'll be like, damn, I was a bad nigga. Wow, I did my thing. You know what I mean? Bro, right now you can't experience it, and that's unfortunate. I guess that's one of the unfortunate things about being great. You can't experience it in your greatness. You have to experience it later on when you kind of calm down and relax, bro.
What the fuck? Though, Rich, what I've been seeing, we deal with about 20 patients a day, and I'm not exaggerating. 20 patients come through our clinic. Yeah. You know, they come and they have all these different types of metabolic diseases. They suffer from hypoxia. They're losing oxygen. They don't have enough electricity, or they have a bunch of damaged mitochondria in their body. You know, we take their blood and we put their blood under these microscopes, and we see that their blood are very, very coagulant, which means that their blood can't properly flow throughout the vascular system because it's too clotted and it's too backed up. So we start doing things. We have put somebody on a med bed. A med bed is a magnet bed where they're laid down on these negatively charged magnetic beds, and we have put blindfolds on them, and we have play certain type of frequencies and music. Would you go get the blindfolds and stuff for us? Just for this, they don't think we lying. And we'll play a frequency to them. We'll leave them on there for 30 minutes, Rich. And we will change their frequency through magnetism and through the music that they chose to listen to. We will pull them outside of the magnet room, therapy room, and then we'll take them, we'll draw their blood again, and we'll put it back under a thermal microscope. And guess what happens? Their blood is not coagulated no more. Their blood have broken up due to the frequencies. And these are things that we give them. And we select a certain type of music and a frequency, and we let them play to it. And then we look at their blood again, not even 30 minutes later. What potentially could have been a heart attack or stroke is completely free now, and the cardiovascular system is no longer coagulated, and blood can flow properly, all because we changed the frequency, we changed the mindset. Sure. Same thing with a grounding bed. We have grounding mats where somebody come in, we'll check their blood and we'll check their pH. We check their pH. I'm going to take the computer with me just to show y'all what we'll do. So, and y'all can do this yourself. These are things that you can buy yourself. But basically, we'll check their pH through a pH tester. When you check your urine pH, you actually checking the interstitial fluid pH. You checking the pH of the interstitial body of your cells. When you check your saliva, you're checking the interstitial fluid pH. So we put people through a pH tester, and these are little things just like this. And you can check your pee in your saliva and find out whether your body is an electron stiller or if your body's a electron donor, right? So we'll see that somebody is super acidic, right? And that they're going through coagulants. They got too many protons in the body and not enough electrons. We will take them and we'll put them in light therapy, where we just put near infrared light on them. It's basically like recreating the sun. And we'll put them under the sun for only an hour. Then we will recheck their pH. We'll recheck their actual interstitial fluid in the cell, which we'll call intracellular fluid, and then extracellular fluid, the fluid that's outside the cells that's actually compacted against the cellular membrane. Do you know that they pH actually go to a 7.5 or 7.45, which is alkaline, all by introducing them to a frequency? So what we noticing is all of this stuff is spiritual, Rich. Like I've been so much into biochemistry. Do you know how long I was in school for biochemistry? Y'all realize how long I was in these college courses and doing all this? All the time I was talking to you, I was doing, when I in school, I'm doing all types of classes, getting all types of certifications. I mean, I'm certified to do hyperbaric chamber therapy and a lot of stuff. And what I'm realizing is I didn't waste my time, Rich. I just wasn't focused on the spiritual realm enough, man. Like all of this is drove by frequencies, and frequencies is spirit.
He channeling now, y'all. This is channeling. He channeling now.
This is our hyperbaric chamber room right here. It's a whole chamber room where you can come and you can get pure oxygen, or what you would call pure spirit, inside of the body. You know, it goes to 2.0 pressure, and literally, guess what you're getting to reverse all your diseases? Oxygen. So can you see oxygen? No, you can't. It's a gas. Oxygen is a part of the spiritual element or the spiritual form. So even with that, it goes back to that. Then you look at the word spirituality. What do spirit mean? Spirit means breath. Your ality stands for reality. So spirituality is mastering your breath. You see what I'm saying? So even when you get into the practice of spirituality, we're still talking about mastering the elements of your physical parts, but it's all driven by something mental or spiritual. So it's like we just been playing this whole big game. And all the things that I used to think was spookism, all the things that I used to think, you know, was taboo, is the real things that's really driving our physical bodies, man. And it's just mind blowing to me. So, and I think that's the reason why it feel like it's been a rebirth for me, because now I'm really studying more. Now I'm really integrating both of them, because I'm realizing, damn, it's not the body that's driving life. It's the life in the body that's driving life. And if I can fix that part, and if I can introduce certain types of frequencies and change your mindset, change your belief system, that will truly mold and shape your physical reality. And these are facts.
Man, oh man. Family, y'all know he's going to be at Gathering the Masses, right? And he's closing the Gathering the Masses. He's going to be the last speaker on August 11th. Wow.
And wait till you see this presentation I got, Rich. Wait till you see this presentation I got, man. It's gonna blow your mind, man.
Family, let me share this link. If y'all do not get your ticket, we got 2,600 people watching live right now. If y'all do not get your tickets, live stream pay-per-view tickets to see the Gathering of the Mass, something is wrong with y'all. If y'all watch this for we've been on here for an hour and 13 minutes, and you're just gonna sit there and not get a ticket to watch Gathering the Masses, something has to be wrong with you. This is the show of the year, family. This is the brother that's go ahead, Yahki.
This is what you would call it's called post-electrical magnetic therapy. If you look at the sign up there,
yes,
it's called post-electrical magnetic therapy room. And what we do is we hook you up to these systems, and we send surges of very, very finite electricity through your system to awaken your cells. You can't see these pulses. They're invisible, but you feel them, and they have a physical change on the body. And we have 14 other rooms that do different similar things like that, man. So, you know, like, I'm not just coming from a place of reading and research and then speaking. We actually have clinicals, and we are doing these things. You know, we are doing these things. So, yeah, man, it's real, man. It's real. So I'm in a good position now. We got 2 facilities that's open. We got a full accredited laboratory in Houston, Texas. I got 2 fully functional clinics out here in St. Louis, Missouri. We have one of the first of my generation medicineless hospitals, which is basically what this is. And I'm just excited to share it with my people.
Oh, man. Awesome. Yo, Yahki, listen, so one of the things I've been experimenting with lately, and I want to talk to you about, since you mentioned it briefly in terms of blindfolding your patients.
Yes, it's called sensory deprivation.
So they say melatonin has antioxidant properties. It repairs damaged cells, strengthens the immune system. So many benefits of melatonin. I noticed, Yahki, that this is my blindfold.
Yeah,
I ordered it on Amazon. Yeah, I ordered it on Amazon. This is my blindfold that I use when I'm like doing certain things. I noticed that if we're talking about darkness, right, and the benefits of darkness, that I'm gonna ask a series of questions on darkness. This is the first one. If we're talking about darkness and the benefits of darkness, I noticed that if I just close my eyes closing my eyes versus putting a blindfold, it's a different level of darkness, Yahki. If I put a blindfold on, that shit is black. You know, I'm like, I'm blackity black.
It used to be black though, but what happens is you have all of these artificial lights now. You have street lights, you know, you have street poles, you have lights coming in from all different types of sources that's naturally not supposed to be there. So, you know, back in the day when we was only, and I'm not saying that it's always been like that, because if you look at ancient Kemet and you look on their forms, they do have light bulbs and stuff.
Right.
But, you know, before all of that, it was complete darkness. And when the sun was out, the sun was out. Other than that, you had to rely on the stars, but there was a sense of darkness that you needed. Technology, again, is taking us away from that. So back in the day, when they used to go to sleep and close their eyes and blew out their candles, they got that darkness for they can stimulate more melatonin, more serotonin, for they can, because without melatonin, it's impossible to produce glutathione. Glutathione is literally a molecule that's made to have a natural effect or detoxification on your body. You know, you need that same melatonin to produce DMT. DMT is your tripping hormone. So, you know, all of these different things that we doing, that we taking shrooms for, that we smoking THC for, that we doing acid for, our body produces these things naturally. But since, you know, our biophoton or our biophotomodulation is messed up, or what you would call the circadian rhythm is messed up due to these high stimulant lights, because all these lights are unnatural, the body is being tricked to think it's still daylight out right now. Right now, I'm looking at blue light on my computer. What time is it right now? And it's 9:48. I'm supposed to be asleep. Melatonin is supposed to be being released. I'm supposed to be asleep by 11 o'clock. My liver and my immune system kick on, and then I go into a state of autophagy. I can't reach that right now because of these actual light simulations, and my body is being tricked into believing that it's still daylight outside when it's not. So if I close my eyes right now, and I'm still going to see light because it's artificial light. But 1,000 years ago, when we was just relying on candle lights and things like that, you know what I'm saying, in certain areas, because we know we got ancient Tartaria, we got ancient civilizations that had this type of technology, but they used it in the right way. When the lights went out and it was dark time, it was dark. Now it ain't dark. So you got to use those. So it's very, very beneficial to blindfold your patients or to blindfold yourself when you're asleep. When you sleep, you're supposed to go through something called sensory deprivation. This is called unplugging from the matrix. That's the whole purpose of sleep, because the purpose of sleep is to fast. That's why it's called being fasted asleep, because when you're fasted asleep, you're in a sleeping state. A lot of people don't know when you're fasted asleep and you're intermittent fasting, meaning that you're not eating a meal before 12 o'clock and you're not eating a meal after 6 p.m. and you go to sleep. This is called the 18-6 rule, where out of 24 hours on the circadian rhythm, you fast for 18 hours, and 6 hours out of that 24 hours, you eat your food. It's called eating once a day in a time period. When you go to sleep before 9:30, at 11 o'clock, what happens is you go into something called delta wave sleeping. This is a frequency, again, that your mindset go to. This is where REM sleeping come in at. This is where you can have outer body experience, because when you sleep, you're really waking up in a different reality. See, this is the simulation. When you fast asleep, you're really in the real physical actuality. So we think that we woke right now when we really sleep, but when you sleep, you really woke. And that's the reason why some people that, you know, experience lucid dreaming, and some people that, because there's programs that they can take you through where you can literally learn and train how to be super conscious when you're in your sleep realm and take all of those magics and manifestations and all of this knowledge. Nikola Tesla used to do it all the time and bring it back to this simulation. That way, when you wake up, you can remember what you dreamed about and you can create these inventions and become, you know, a billionaire. All this stuff come from these different dimensions. You can reach that, and you can reach these higher planes of dimensions of densities, and you can truly detoxify your body, but you cannot be stimulated from the simulation. So blindfolding is good, very good. Putting in earplugs is very good. Making sure that you turn down your air more, because you, according to the science, you're supposed to be in temperatures that's about 72 to 74 degrees, because the body have to dissipate and get rid of a lot of thermal energy for you to really sleep good, because you got to trick your thyroid. So make sure that you turn your air up, get it colder, put a blindfold on, cover up your ears, unplug, listen to me, y'all, unplug your Wi-Fi router, unplug your Wi-Fi when you go to sleep, because even though you're doing all these things, if you still connected to the Wi-Fi, it's the frequencies. The waves are going to penetrate your skin on a deep level, and that's another stimulant. And now